and I would also remove all of Mace's verses from the rap database.
What's your problem?
What's going on, world? Welcome to episode 90 of the Rhymes Like Dimes podcast. We boys Peter,
Yo,
Mohammed,
Yo,
myself Yemi. Today we have another special guest, writer, content creator, and social media manager for Complex UK. We welcome Cee Valentina to the pod today.
hey,
How you doing?
Good, thank you. How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad,
All
not
good,
too bad.
all
Thank you
good.
for coming down. Thank you for coming down. Appreciate it. Boys, what we saying?
good man. What are you saying?
I'm all right, man. I'm here. I'm here. Mo, yourself?
easy man. Ramadan's done. Eid. We
Yes.
move, man.
Eid Mubarak to everybody observing.
Look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
Okay, so for
Nah,
context,
you
see,
got it right this
basically,
time. I'm proud of you.
when Ramadan started,
What was about to say? He was about to say.
when Ramadan started, I said Ramadan Mubarak to everybody observing, right? This guy thought I said Ramdan.
Nah, brother. Yo, I'm looking at you. Yo,
I didn't say, for the record, I didn't say Ramdan.
Like he threw it out the window, bro. This guy got rammed down.
I said Ramadan Mubarak. He thinks I said Ramdan, and he corrected me. It's Ramadan. So that's why he's laughing.
I appreciate
But
it.
yeah, Eid Mubarak to everybody celebrating and
Appreciate it.
observing.
Eid Mubarak. God is good all the time.
All the time,
Time
God is good.
Absolutely. Shout out to Drake's as well.
Big up Drake's.
Salute, Daniel.
You alright? You saying? You still nursing Arsenal's draw?
Yo, move, man.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I thought it was boys in real life.
Yo, I genuinely forgot it was recorded. That came up bare aggressive. Bare aggressive. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It was necessary though, man. Yeah, it was
I was
necessary,
in
man.
Vim. I was like, yo, move.
It was.
Apologies.
That's all good, man. Listen, man, it happens to the best of us.
No, hey, man.
No, it does, for sure. But it's cool. Shout out to everybody listening and watching. Shout out to the YouTube massive, the Spotify massive, the SoundCloud massive, the Apple Podcast massive, the Amazon Music massive, the Google Podcast massive, every other massive out there. Truly
Period.
appreciate it.
There we go.
That part. Cool, we're going to get straight to it. C, thank you again for coming down. First thing we do with every guest that comes down is that we ask them their top 5 UK and US rappers. Could be a separate list, it could be an all-together list, and why.
Okay, well, I don't have top 5 UK rappers. Do you know why that is? Because, like, I just think it changes all the time. I have 2 that always stay the same, so I just say those 2. Because I could say today it's this person for the 3rd and 4th and 5th, and then next week it's something else. So my top 2 for UK is Nines and Skepta. That's always been the same. Yeah, Nines and Skepta. It's kind of a mix, isn't it? Like, but Nines solid category throughout everything, and I can't wait for him to drop. And then Skepta, just undisputed GOAT. So yeah, but
Interesting.
I guess right now I'm feeling Central C. I think Central C is killing it. I think people have their opinions. We've got a lot of hip hop heads here. At the end of the day, he makes music that you want to listen to. Okay, I've got Me and You in my playlist. I repeat that.
It's a good song.
Okay, it's
I like
about listenability sometimes. It's not every day you want to be spoken to. Like,
said,
you know,
kill
you're
your
reading
shit.
a dictionary.
I said, kill, stab, believe.
But that being said, I do like Little Sims. It's more of a respect thing for her because she was obviously an amazing rapper, but I just don't listen to Little Sims like as often as often at all, really. So I can't really say she's in my top 2 or 3 or whatever, but the respect's there. She's an honorable mention for me. And then US, Drake. Okay, I don't care. Like, I like Drake.
I'm with you. I'm a Drake fan too.
true.
Man. He's a bad boy, man.
I like commercial music. Like, shoot me.
Did you like Honestly Nevermind?
Yes, actually.
Thank
I like a
you,
few
man.
tracks. I like Sticky, Massive. I couldn't listen to all of it like from top to finish because I'm sitting at
Thank
home.
you.
I'm sitting at home, but if I was to hear it in that type of environment,
Like if you're stepping out.
yeah, I'd like that. But
Fair.
yeah, nothing was the same as his best album. Fight Me.
I agree.
No,
I've got nothing. It's
Yeah,
even
I
now
agree.
Take Care for me. But nothing's the
Take
same.
Care
It's got
has
All Me,
aged
and All Me is one of my
well.
favourite songs.
it's with Take Care of You. Yeah, is it how you were feeling when you listened to it at the time?
Yeah. It's it's the nostalgia. When you hear headlines. Look, like when I heard Lord Knows for the first time, I still remember
Yeah.
to this
Yeah,
day.
Lord
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not for
Absolutely.
Drake. When it came to Rick Ross. When I heard Rick Ross.
Production as well.
Yeah, like it was.
Going through a phone while she in the bathroom.
I think it was Just Blaze, innit?
That didn't age well.
I think Just Blaze produced it.
Yeah.
Just Blaze produced it. And,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was you?
Yeah, Drake. Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, I like a bit of Kendrick Lamar. You know, Kendrick Lamar, like people say that, you know, he's conscious and everything, but I don't feel that when I listen to his music. I think he's a great way of telling you real stuff without making you feel like you're being spoken to. And like, with all due respect, because I love Dave, but sometimes I feel like I can't, there's a time and a place for Dave's music. People compare them quite frequently. I feel like with Dave, when I listen to him, sometimes I'm being spoken to and being lectured in a good way. I respect everything that he's saying and the way he puts his words together. Mwah, chef's kiss. But with Kendrick, I honestly feel like I feel the soul a bit more. Don't kill me on this. This is my opinion. You know, music is subjective. Disclaimer. Yeah, Kendrick, I just think I can put him on and I just vibes. I didn't have to feel like I want to listen to something conscious. I'm just vibing. And I like his new album as well. A lot of people don't like his new album as much as the others. Like N95, I've been spinning that.
Banger.
Yeah, banger.
Yeah, that was
Would you consider Dave conscious?
I would. Okay, of course he has tracks on his album or that like project catalog, whatever, that are not conscious, like Location and a bit more for the radio. But if you listen to his projects from top to finish, there is, to me, conscious is when you're trying to say a message and you're trying to educate people about something that's deeper than rap. And yeah, I would say.
Fair dues.
No, fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you haven't listened to Psychodrama. You haven't. You know, like Psychodrama. There's a lot of messages in there.
Yeah, a lot of storytelling.
You can make an argument for conscious rap.
No, I hear that. It was a lot of things were on the nose with Psychodrama for sure, as far as like him trying to like educate and stuff and like tell a story. So,
well, yeah, do you not think he's conscious?
Yes, conscious inflections, I'd say. But he can also make a banger. He can, you know, he can drop a song like Starlight and it can chart like #1 for like
he
throwaway sort of thing. So he's got that kind of. He's very complete. I'd say.
Versatile.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the most complete in the UK.
Yeah.
Just as far as like song making, hit making, album making, he's got it all.
He's got it all. There's a check.
He might actually be the most. In terms of
maybe
everything. Because I don't think Huss is as lyrical. If not, Huss is deaf. Huss is
you could debate that.
Yeah. Give Huss time, man.
No, Huss is the most talented to
I think
me. Huss is the most talented person in the UK.
Hearing a lot of that, like, because you know, I think it was Chucky who was saying this on a podcast once. Like everything he's been doing up to now, it's been great, but I want to hear him go deeper. Like, what is when he talks about lyrics, a story, he'll kind of stay on that one topic for like maybe 2 lines, and then he'll jump onto something else. Yeah. And he's jumping here. I think now I want to hear him to really explore one story and just go deeper into that one thing and like really play around with storytelling and lyricism. And I think he's got it in him. I think this next album, whenever we get it, maybe like 5 years from now, we'll hear a lot of that. But yeah,
he's got.
Let's hope it's not 5 years.
Well. You know, funny thing with Huss is when people say UK rap, he's not the first person that comes to my head. I don't know why that is, because I think I go to him more for like he is a rapper at his core, but for some reason he's not the first person that comes to my mind when I think of UK rappers.
I hear that.
No, it makes sense.
Because I guess he's more, to borrow Peter's favourite word, jiggy with it.
Yeah, and he sings when he raps. A version of singing, like not actually like singing.
Yeah. He's not like Nines. Like he's not like
the street bars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And kind of more gritty sounding, cinematic sort of thing. Like Huss can do that. Like he does that a lot. But he's not. You know what I mean? So Drake, Kendrick.
I wouldn't say, I don't know, rap is it's a weird place for me. I would say those two. I don't like to just push out people like what people like to hear. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the generic
Rhapsody. like allow me. I'll be lying to you.
Rhapsody's cold though.
Yeah,
she's cold.
But she's another one of those ones that you don't bang her on just because, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What, she's gonna lie?
Lie about what? What am I gonna lie about?
Yeah, lie. Do you put her on when you're hoovering?
Yeah, watch.
Exactly. This is what I mean.
But you know I'm not listening to rap when I'm hoovering now, man.
But even still, if you were listening to rap, you weren't listening to Rhapsody.
Probably not. I have to be in the mood.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
and I hear that if people say that about Sims as well. Just lyrical people generally.
Yeah.
She's got vibey music though. I think Point and Kill, that's a vibe.
Rhapsody does too.
I can't. I have to be in the mood to
not as much.
Not as much, but I feel like she does. I think there was one song she did with Jid on the last album, and the things she did with D'Angelo and Jizza.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll give you that.
But again, it's not something you would necessarily go to.
Never.
Yeah.
Then I'd probably say J. Cole. As
Okay,
well.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now we're talking. Let me
Do you
see
know
how-
why? It's my personal connection because I saw him live in the UK, like when he first performed here, like back in. Okay, so I'm guessing you like.
No, I respect.
that's
no,
his goat.
no,
That's
feeling
his
the
guy.
energy.
That's his goat.
No,
That's his guy.
That's his goat.
Okay.
He's not. By the way, don't let it. He's not my goat.
That's his guy,
But I've
though,
seen
man.
Cole live. Like I'm a Cole fan.
Okay, same.
Yeah, like I'm a
Okay,
Cole
high
fan.
five.
This is what I'm talking about. No, talk to me.
If you see him live
No,
more than
no.
like 3 times, you're a stan.
That's your guy, man.
I want the same vim. Now continue. Because he's my get on to me.
Whole world.
There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah, I saw him live like when he came here with Drake 2010.
Raw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was like I was the only person in the audience who knew his lyrics. They were like, "Who is this guy? Who is this light skinned man?" Like, I only came here to see one light skinned man, and that's great. But I knew the lyrics, and I was like, "Yeah." Friday Night Lights,
Cold.
one of my favorite rap mixtapes.
What do you think's his best album?
Probably. Is it Cold World, the one that had Crooked Smile on it?
That's more sinner.
That's Born Sinner.
Sinner, yeah.
Okay,
Born Sinner.
okay.
I tried to tell you guys this.
Fair enough.
Born Sinner.
I mean, just because it's recognised as maybe his best, don't mean it is his best.
Born Sinner is his best, man.
No, off season
Okay.
is his best.
Nah, to me, it's Born Sinner. It had what? Crooked Smile, She Knows,
Yeah,
Runaway,
Power Trip.
Trouble.
Yeah, but Cole weren't rapping like
Illuminati.
he was on off season on Born Sinner,
Yeah, but
and he tricked us with the Kendrick feature. That was a trick.
will it prove it?
Yep.
Yeah, but amazing.
I still haven't forgiven
Letting
him.
us down.
Yeah,
Born
listen.
Sinner had a lot. Born Sinner had a lot.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that being his second, but for me, it's off season.
Same.
Obviously, he was on another level there.
Yeah.
But
But I agree with you, Cole's. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'd probably say, so I've put 3 down. So I'd probably say, I have to go with Nicki, you know. I have to go with
nice.
Nicki. Yeah. Like, I mean, people have their opinions about Nicki as like a person and the social media tyrant she's been going on recently. And, you know, all like throughout her whole career. But she is cold. Like, no one can say any different.
Do you think?
She's
So I don't mean
wavy.
to cut you off. Do you think her actions played a part? Like her recent actions have played a
In
part? Why
her
people?
legacy?
Yeah. Because I think Nicki's legacy is, whether we like it or not, Nicki was the only female rapping for a good 6. Like there was
Yeah.
no
In the mainstream. Let's-
no. Respectfully, in the mainstream. But we weren't seeing anyone else in the mainstream. Like not seeing any other female. And then I feel like the last
Yeah.
2 years of what she's
Yeah.
doing has overshadowed.
But do you think that's due?
music's
I mean, I'm gonna ask this question, and you might get frustrated because women always bring it back to this. But do you think it's due to her being a woman that people pay attention to her actions more than her music? Because you got someone like Kanye who's going crazy, like he's saying crazy things, and he's also one of my top 5. Like I'm sorry, like that. No, nothing can take away from Kanye's impact. Like it's way bigger than any of his actions. But Nicki, again, like people love to bring up what she's done, and I think I think she's what she's doing is crazy, like her husband and all of that. But her music is still good, and that shouldn't take away from what her impact and stuff. So they don't do that with male rappers as often, I don't think.
I think they do, you know. I think Kanye is being punished for his nonsense. I think, interestingly enough, I think because Nicki's a woman, she's not really being penalised like she would if she was a man.
Interesting.
But it doesn't take away from her talent and her legacy.
Yeah.
She's still going to be recognised as one of the greatest ever. But, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the fact that she's a woman means that she's had to like really fight her way through the industry, and she's had to develop a hard exterior, which has come across as her just being an awful person. But you know, I mean, perception, obviously. But I haven't listened to a Nicki album since Queen, and before that, I hadn't listened to anything since Pink Friday. So I can't really speak on the music side of things. I know lyrically she's amazing, but yeah, I just can't get past her actions and what she does as a person, and the people she associates with as well.
Yeah.
I can get past it, man. Because I don't think it's the worst. Like it's perceived that she has an attitude issue, or maybe it's an issue with how she's respected in the industry. That may be more what it is. So I can get past all of that.
Yeah, I don't
to be
care.
honest.
I
Like,
don't care.
Fair enough.
well, I think we've given past to like way worse.
That's
No,
fine.
100%.
So, I
No,
mean,
of course. I mean, to not give her a pass means that we're not giving other people a pass. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just we're talking about her, but and just the way she treats other people as well. Like Remy Ma talking about how she was trying to block her bags and all that, and
That's alleged though, isn't it?
yeah, but a lot of people have said that.
Who else has said that?
Bare women,
I ain't never heard that.
bare women have.
Oh, for real?
I feel like Lato as well.
Okay.
Lato, her and Lato have been
Okay.
beefing. There's been a few. There's been a few. Obviously, Little Kim. Like, there's a few.
That's a different issue though, man.
No, but I mean, it all feeds into each other.
No, you don't want to conflate it though, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not conflated.
I think it is because different people have issues with her for different reasons. Like the issue that Remy has with her is different from the issue that Kim has with her, which is different from the issue that Lato has with her.
But the issue that Little Kim had with her originally has now been conflated to include other things.
Like what?
Like status, like reputation, like presentation. Like,
Nah, that was just a homage thing, man. Nikki just wanted, Kim just wanted homage. That's all it was. And she felt like Nikki weren't really giving her the homage she wanted. That's what I think it was.
fair
That's
enough.
what I got from it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough, but they're still beefing, right?
No, I think they're nice.
No, as in, but they haven't made up, have they?
Nikki,
Nah.
I think Nikki's beefing 70% of the female rappers out.
I
there.
don't. I find them to be the best one.
She's warring everyone from Cardi to Lato to
Cardi as well, yeah.
she's beefing a lot.
What she was talking about? Yeah, man, she was liking tweets that were making fun of Cardi's kid. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I still fuck with Nikki though. I'm sorry, man.
No, that's fair.
I just find it hard because I grew up with Nicki's music. Do you know what I mean? She was like one of the first female. She was the first female rapper that I really was an attachment to from young. So.
No, that's fair. Absolutely fair. You mentioned Kanye as well.
But maybe, yeah.
Redacted.
Let's just like move past it. Yeah, I whispered it.
Cool. Okay, so Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Nicki, Kanye. Very interesting. sorry. Hush voices.
Yeah.
And Nines as well. Nines is interesting, yeah. I'm looking forward to the new tape.
Yeah.
Dropping next week. So that should be, well, I mean, by the time this comes out, it would have dropped today. So,
Have you heard it?
no, I haven't heard it. I probably will soon because I'm meant to be writing something for Trench about it. So, yeah. But cool. Let's take it back to how you got into music and your kind of career journey from the beginning until now. How did you get started?
It's a big question, you know.
Only big questions on Rhymes Like Dimes.
So randomly, because me and my friends started the reaction channel in 2020. Like, you know that everyone was doing reaction channels.
Yeah.
And, you know, bored at home. So we started reacting just to whatever's popping at the time. And then, I don't know, that was doing well, but my friend, she was like, she had sickle cell, so she wasn't able to continue the channel and whatever. But then I just continued in another way. So I've kind of just been doing different things. So starting off almost as a YouTuber and then went into social media management at Finesse Forever and was doing that for a few months. But really, I would say when my journey properly started is when I started writing. Because I think as a writer, I don't know what you think about this, but I think writing is a great way to get into the industry. And I think a lot of people use it as a way to get into the industry and just meet people. So that was what really took me to that level. So writing, I guess that's the thing, that place where I met most people. And
Yeah, I'm learning
a lot about the industry.
Yeah, I'm learning more every day that a lot of people that maybe do PR or social media or like other jobs within the industry started off writing.
Yeah.
It's very much a launching pad for that, because people can then harness it to whatever they want to harness it to, which obviously you have as well. So you were writing. Who were you writing for?
I was like, I didn't know about like the levels of platforms. I was just like, I think I used to see Mixtape Madness do a lot of stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, that was what inspired me. Like, okay, I could do this too. So then I think Finesse Forever had a blog. So that was the first ever article I wrote. And it was, is Jack Harlow's album cover racist?
Oh, wow.
That was the first thing I ever wrote. And
I'll say yes.
Yeah, we know you would.
it was just so, I tried, and I just saw something and I tried to connect the dots. And I mean, people can probably search up and find it. If I was to read it back now, I probably won't agree with everything I said. But it was it was a bold start, do you know what I mean? And it got like interesting reception. Like people from America messaging me like, yeah, this is so true. I'm so glad someone said this.
That's dope.
It's about time.
That's dope.
Yeah. But then I wrote for like a couple platforms, like one called Revealed, which is like a producer platform. And then I started interviewing lots of producers and stuff. But my first like proper writing thing, like if you want to say for like a reputable platform, was this platform in America called Def Pen. And yeah, just doing things for them. But not a lot of people here in the UK know of them, but they're like a grassroots platform over there in New York. And they were trying to cover UK stuff, and I was like one of the first UK writers for them. And then now for Complex mainly.
Sweet.
Yeah, but I don't write as much anymore.
So how did Complex find you?
I found them.
Well,
I applied for the job. Like I literally just usual route and got it. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Nothing interesting. I wish there was a more interesting thing, but
Why don't you write as much now?
time. I think time might be an excuse though, because there's always opportunities to write, but it takes a lot of mental energy to like, think, okay, what is my opinion on this thing?
Absolutely.
And then how am I wording it? Last time I wrote, I said it this way, and it feels so boring saying, okay, it was like, however you want to start your, everyone, a writer has their way of starting their pieces, and it's like, you just feel yourself like, I feel like a meme. You know that meme where like you're just like that. That's how I feel every time I write. So I was just, this is not mentally inspiring anymore. So yeah.
How would you describe? I mean, if you could put a couple words to your writing style, how would you describe it?
I don't think I have a writing style. No, I probably would say because I have a degree in global health and social medicine, and that was very academic. So I'd probably say my writing style stems from that. I don't know what word that is. Maybe like analytical. I don't know what other word other than that, really. I wouldn't say there's a direct style, but I like to think I'm more conversational because me as a person, that's how I am. But it just comes across a lot more formal when I start writing. So, yeah.
I'll probably say conversational as well from the stuff I've read of yours. Very much gets across the point, and I think that's what you want from journalism.
Yeah.
You don't want pieces that kind of have a lot of fluff, and sometimes the editors might not want to edit that out.
Yeah.
And it just comes across like, all right, just get to the point of what you're talking about, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to keep it as like conversational as possible.
See, I always thought you would want a lot of fluff, like in the journalism world, because I think going straight to the point might be boring, might be too straightforward. So I just imagined that maybe you want a bit of fluff, or maybe not.
As a reader, you don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
It also
I think it depends how much.
It also depends on the audience and who you're writing for. Like someone like The Guardian, they might want a bit more fluff because, you know, it's a liberal-leaning magazine.
Yeah.
A lot of liberals like to
See, I read a lot of The Guardian, so that's probably why. I think that.
a lot
Yeah.
of liberals like to talk, like the sounds of their own voices, so they will like
Shut
that
up,
sort
man.
of
I was just like, yeah, perfect.
yeah.
I can't lie, with me
So,
get
yeah.
to the point, man. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, just,
Yeah.
But when it comes to something like Fox News or something like that, they'll have it very direct and to the point sort of thing. So
BBC.
yeah, extreme example, but there we are. Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Give us a breakdown of like your day-to-day duties at Complex. You say you're the social media manager. What does that entail?
So I think the term social media manager doesn't accurately define everything I do at Complex, because as well as, okay, so day to day, let's say I start off seeing what's going on in the culture, what I'll look at like other platforms, what they've posted to just keep me up to date. Then I'll go and like think, I spent ages thinking like, I'm thinking a lot from the user perspective. How will this look if I'm scrolling through my feeds? Do I just want to post it like this, or do I want to put a title card with something else? So I spend time really thinking about the user journey, and then I'll get some content for the rest of the day. But then usually as well, we have our guy who's head of content. He basically does brand partnerships. So you might, if you scroll through the Complex feeds, you might see us working with like NBA 2K or
Shout out Steve.
shout out Steve. So you know about Steve, yeah. I
Shout out
wasn't
Steve.
sure to say his name. NBA 2K, some recent campaigns we've done. I can't think of any right now, but
I
you'll
did that
see.
campaign.
Yeah.
I did some writing for that campaign as well.
Yeah.
Remember that party we went to? The NBA party.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got washed up.
And you argued with Mo Muncy.
You got washed up.
Time. I got washed. Oh yeah, you
got
did
washed
wash me.
up too.
But I mean,
Was he playing?
Did you play?
Yeah, you got smoked.
Did you play though?
Yeah, come on now.
we
Did you
played-
win?
Who?
I played Yemi.
No. I didn't like. No, not that one. There wasn't the. I think it was the launch party when it was like the Hoxton Hotel.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
that one.
I saw that.
And then we went to the tournament.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
We were just
Yeah.
watching from afar
Which one's that?
on the boat.
Oh yeah,
boat
thank you
one.
for that.
So yeah, we went to both of those events.
I appreciate for that. Ali.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you.
It's all Yemi. It's all Yemi.
all Yemi,
That's
innit?
like
It's
the
like
last.
what
That's
state of the plug,
that's like the last industry party I went to, brother. And it's been a year.
It's all Yemi, bro.
It's all Yemi,
Take it.
man.
I'm gonna tell it that. We'll go. I feel like I'm in a zoo when I go to them kind of places. There, fam. Just
Why?
If I don't know why, fam. These industry events, I feel like I'm in a zoo just watching everyone at work. I don't know why.
You know
I
what it
can't
is?
explain it. You know, you just feel like you're just watching people. You're like, this ain't real life, man. But you don't enjoy your day.
You're watching people who want to be watched.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, man, there was one girl that was just there She was dancing like, you know the Sims character?
What Sims character?
Like, you know how the Sims dance? Like, she refused to, like, do you know what it was? She was trying to look cool in it, so she was refusing to move her body. And she was just dancing like the Sims character. And he had one guy there, you know Street Fighter, when they're like this. He's just there like this because he don't want to dance.
Zoom in on that one.
I digress, bro. I'm so sorry. I digress. Like,
That's being analytical. Love it.
hey, I digress, bro. But,
You did journalism as well, innit?
okay, come on now.
All right, cool, innit?
Hey, man.
So what makes a good social media post?
I'd say it depends on the industry you're in, but like reactive, it depends, man. But if you yourself, you have to think, if I was to look at this, would I interact with it? So that whatever you want to, whatever word you want to use to describe that, engaging, engaging.
And kind of like a commenting on like the world around you rather than all the stuff that you've got going on necessarily. You know what I mean? Like obviously Complex being a magazine, it has to react to a lot of what's going on in the scene. And obviously that makes for good content because people want to know what that is, sort of thing. So
Yeah. But no, as I said, social media, like it's majority of my job, but I get a large portion of it is working on branding campaigns. So we're always looking for creators in different areas for different things, different ideas that we're coming up with. So a brand could say, this is what we want to achieve. This is like almost the challenge. How can we create content, branded content to achieve our goal? So we go away and we think, okay, what can we do? Like, I think some examples of some we've come up with, ITV, that was a good one. So ITV have a show called Tell Me Everything. And we came up with a basically a round table, kind of like this, but without the podcast mics. Tell me everything you know about. And it was basically about talking about different topics relating to the show, but relating it to your life. So we came up with the talent, the location, everything, just putting that together. So yeah, that's another side to my job as well, which isn't seen a lot, but I think that's really interesting. And that's rewarding because you get to put on other creators. So yeah.
yeah, creative's job title is only scratching the surface 100% of the time. They have to do pretty much a lot of other jobs as well. Like it's just a title, but it's definitely more than one.
Yeah.
When it comes to stuff like the kind of end of year roundtables about like the kind of greatest rappers, are you involved in that as well?
Yeah. So JP mainly.
Shout out to JP.
Big
Editor-in-chief.
up JP.
Yeah. I'm involved in, I guess, whatever like I want to be involved in. So if I have an idea, like, oh yeah, let's do it this way. Like we work together on that. Like, but yeah, short answer, yeah.
Free roll.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
No, I hear that. Cool. All right. In that case, then we can move on to the first topic, and this one's a doozy because I've seen a lot of like online chatter about the kind of state of UK rap as far as the women are concerned. I feel like there's a lot of like divided opinions as far as like where it's going, where it's at. You know what I mean? The talents of the kind of rappers involved, and I kind of just wanted to have a discussion about the state of UK rap for the women. I remember writing an article last year, and I think it was after the BBC basically did a cypher with a lot of different UK rappers, and the general consensus was with the women that were on the cypher. I think it was Shah Simone, I think Cristal was on there, I think Miss La Familia was on there, that they were the best ones. And the premise of my article was that like the women of UK rap are going to have like a great year because there's so many now and there's so much range. So yeah, a year later, I guess I kind of just want to see where we're at with it.
That was last year.
Yeah, early 2022.
Was that a prediction for last year or this year?
Last year.
Okay.
How do you think the prediction went?
I mean, Sims did well.
Yeah.
Flahia released a debut album. Banks released a tape. So yeah, I mean, they've been doing bits. Like they've been making themselves known, and you know, a lot of them are more popular now. So I guess in a sense, I was right, I guess. But where do you guys sit with it? And I imagine they're from different vantage points as well, because obviously some of us have listened to more than maybe others. What do you think, guys? You know what? All right, you know what I'll do?
Go on.
I will play something.
I don't want to start, man. I don't want to start.
That bad.
No, I just don't want to start, man.
All right, you know what? I'll play something. And this came out recently. So Trillary Banks, when she's a Leicester. She's from Leicester. She's a rapper. She's been doing it for a few years. She basically went on the Winners Talking podcast and basically had an opinion about UK rap as far as women are concerned, and it divided a lot of people because of what she was saying. So let me just play it.
Who's the top 5 female MCs?
Don't have.
You have
5.
Right, any order. 5
Okay, in all time.
females in. Yeah, go on.
MCs, rappers, Lil Kim.
UK.
Hey, you know what's mad?
It's
All UK people have
they
have,
try.
struggle.
They don't want to do it. They don't want to do
to
it.
big up
See?
UK.
Let's break
Everyone
the
we've asked
shackles.
this question to, they
It's
struggle.
not about big up. I can
Not
say.
even big up,
Then
but it's
say-
like
say who they are.
No, but you're saying top. I don't have a top 5.
Then give me 5 that you rate.
5 that are good at what they do. But to say I've got a top 5, like, yeah, my top 5. There's barely.
You don't want to sound like a fan.
Is there barely 5?
You don't want to sound like a fan.
It's
innit?
not. If
Yeah.
I'm a fan of someone, I'm a fan of them. There's no female rapper like from the UK that I can say like, yo, like full on. I'm a fan of. I want to be. I love.
impressed you.
Do you know what? I love women. You know, like no homo. I love women. I love women. I love men, but I love women. I'm not against women at all. I'm straight, but I love women. If you come through and you're dope and you're doing your thing, like as it stands now, I said to you, I think the game is meaty. I've not dropped tunes for 1 year.
Yeah,
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's happening? What are you lot doing? Because Trillary is just some Leicester girl. She's not even like, yeah, whatever. Like you miss my name out these conversations. Like you don't bread it. Like, come on. So what are you gal doing? Because I've took a year out. I don't see you gal doing nothing. I want you to do. It's your scene. You lot are from like the London. This is your scene. Say, man, I'm from Leicester. Who am I? Do you understand? What are you doing? So I can't give you a top 5 right now. The female scene's meaty. I said it. I want to see more. Or I'll just come and start cleaning up and you lot are going like I'm not doing a damn thing, like, oh, it's just Trillary ranting again. But bar for bar, like, let's start doing some reviews podcasts, eh? Because my name's not getting missed out of these conversations. When I drop tunes, there's not meaty bars. Whether you want to take them in or not, that's totally up to you. I can't give you a top 5. Women, step up, let's go. Like,
Yo, can I just say something first of all?
What's your
The Leicester accent is the equivalent of Baltimore. Have you man heard the way Baltimore people spoke? Fam?
Nah.
That's the exact same way she.
Oh, the wire and that.
Yeah, meaty. I'm telling you, they're the Baltimore of the UK. Number 2. Yeah, me, I might miss this.
Yeah, started.
Yo, I might miss this.
You know what?
Yeah, me, I might miss this with Trillary Banks. Be honest with
I think
you.
her self-awareness isn't really self-awaring, if
Well,
that's
I mean,
a word, because if she says she hasn't dropped since last year and she's saying that she's not really in the scene, she is in the scene. She's absolutely in the scene. And she's speaking about meaty bars when I don't think she's the most amazing rapper either. So it's kind of like, who is she comparing herself to?
She couldn't even tell you because apparently there isn't a top 5 of UK women in rap, which is
I slightly think she gave herself a bit of a cop-out as well.
how so?
In saying that, you know, I'm from Leicester, I'm not from London, don't make me come true and clear. Like, okay, do it. Come true, you're part of the scene. Like, it's not just a London thing, it's a UK thing. And you're very much a part of it, so come through, do something. Because I think people are still, actually no, I don't think people are even waiting for her to do much, to be honest.
I mean, I'm definitely.
So, I don't know.
Like, she makes decent music and, you know, she's kind of always made decent music. And I guess she's got a chip on her shoulder because London is seen as the metropole and Leicester's a little city and she feels like she's doing better than all of the London gal. And it's like, okay, cool, that's your opinion. But when we really look at it from a bird's eye view, is that correct? Like you said you were active, you haven't been active for a year. Sims dropped 2 albums last year. Flo Hio dropped an album. Miss Banks dropped a tape. Loads of people have been active.
Simone dropped a tape.
Charles Simone dropped a tape. Very good tape as well. Like, I don't really understand her vantage point there.
I guess it depends on the expectation of certain artists, certain like female artists, because if you're expecting someone to come through and like drop an amazing project and like, I don't know, do amazing numbers like on the mainstream and that, then maybe you're going to be a bit disappointed because, you know, there aren't many women MCs that can do that here. So I think it depends on what your expectation is. I mean, obviously you got Miss Banks, Steph London and that. Sims will do what she does, but I don't know if the numbers will be there. So I guess it depends. But then, or if it's like just artistry that you're after, there'll be bare women that can give you that.
Yes.
So I think it depends on what your expectation is. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about. It's literally artistry versus if you're looking for someone to sell. I didn't know Steph London still raps, but that's neither here nor there.
Wow.
She absolutely.
She does.
Wow. did you release a song like recently?
Yeah.
But I agree with you in terms of it comes down to if it's artistry versus sales. If you want someone that's just pure artistry, you've got that in the female rappers. Selling, I don't know if we've ever, not ever, because Miss Dynamite I think so, but I don't know if recently we've had anyone chart topping like that from a female.
Yeah, and Little Sims, her album went number 3.
Oh
Cindy.
yeah.
She won a Mercury Prize as well.
Big up. See? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's goated as well though. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, I
But
can't.
she had to work her ass off to get
Yeah.
to that point. She's been in the game for years.
Yeah, precisely.
It takes a lot more for female rappers to get to that point.
Absolutely. I think it has a lot to do with their relationship with the industry, what the mainstream considers popular, and more often than not, it's not from women, especially black women. And they're up against it.
Especially with, I think, the content she was making. Because of what she was rapping about. Because it was...
The Sims?
Yeah. It was just always going to be... There's an extra layer of barrier of a lot, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I want to say it was radio songs like that as well.
No, you know.
Because I don't know if she made radio songs like that for a little... Like,
Woman.
Yeah, woman.
Woman was actually, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if...
Well, I mean, like Six Music and like Worldwide FM. It's not like
Yeah,
mainstream
not like
radio.
mainstream
Yeah.
radio. But I think it's actually easier for women to connect to the wider audience if they're talking about what Sims is talking about than if you're going all girly, because I don't think the UK is ready for that kind of girly rapper like Ivorian Doll.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not as.
It's still conservative
connect
somewhat.
to the masses. Yeah.
Yeah, because even to take it back to like Speech the Bell, she won the Mercury Prize in 2009. She doesn't rap about anything like IBD. Nole kind of doesn't really, kind of does, but she's more lyrical with it. And yeah, we love her, but the wider scene probably wouldn't be able to know who she is, sort of thing. And I agree with your point about like the UK not really being ready for that in the way that, you know, we've kind of seen, especially in the US recently, with so many different artists coming out and being that way and them being received in a much better way.
Why do you think that is?
Culture thing,
Yeah.
honestly. But I think TikTok might change that, because you know that Digger tune with IVD and she's talking crud on the
Yeah.
that's going viral. They need to drop that, because they missed the boat in my opinion, but that's a whole other thing.
Because that went viral a while ago when she was talking.
It's still kind of going viral. Like that TikTok bridges the gap. It takes us out from the UK and into the global market. But in the UK, nah, we're too conservative.
Yeah, because she got blowback for that. She got mad blowback for that video. That little 15-second teaser. She got mad like, what's going on? What are you doing? The UK is very, very conservative when it comes to female rappers.
And plus, if we're talking specifically about IVD, the fact that, you know, I don't know if you guys have been really paying attention to her label situation, and the fact that her label is just basically like not allowing her to drop music.
Who's she signed to?
She signed to Ollie Ashley, who founded Radar Radio. And there was a whole thing, I think it was maybe last year or the year before, where she was basically like locked in her contract. She couldn't release music, she wasn't getting money, sort of thing. And she put it on Twitter and everything. So that's something that women have to deal with as well. I mean, that's something all artists have to deal with, but you know,
It's a
lot of women get taken for idiot as well. Sims, like the fact that she wasn't even able to tour, she couldn't afford to tour in America, sort of thing. So there's still these industry challenges that they're still having to overcome. Their perception that they get fucked over by, you know, labels and all that stuff as well. They have to do with so much while also trying to be creative and artistic and trying to make money and trying to make a living. Like it's a lot.
Okay, so you've spoken about the politics that go into being like a female MC as well. If we're looking at it like purely from the standpoint of being creative, is the scene meaty?
I mean, you know what I've said.
You've said
No, but you've said that about the scene. We're talking about just the pool of women now.
Yeah, to me,
is it meaty?
To me, depends on what we're looking at. Racial-wise, it's meaty to me. There's elites there.
No, not ratio, just quality.
From what I hear,
It doesn't matter how many women we have, just the quality of music that we're receiving from
depends
these
on what
women.
you define
our class has meaty.
by quality.
You
What
make
you-
up.
what I see.
You decide.
I mean, music that I enjoy, yeah, absolutely. Sims, Banks, any, Stefflon, early Stefflon.
Any
Just dropped a tape, banging. Flahio, Bex, Monzo, Cristal, Charles, there's loads, bro. Jabo, Lexamore, Daya, Drea Mac, there's loads. And the content is good. It's a mixture of like barry stuff, sexy stuff, like fun stuff. Like there's a lot of range when it comes to the women as well. They're not just defined by any one thing. I mean, you've listened to Flaha's album.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
like there's no other album like it in the UK, men or women, sort of thing. So they're definitely pushing the boundaries creatively, and it probably isn't translating in a lot of ways. I mean, fans, I don't know how receptive they are to women as well.
Do you think
Not
that's
sure.
because we're still so early on in the UK music phase?
We can't keep saying that.
I was about
though,
to say
man.
that as well.
How long are we going to keep saying that for,
But then
bro?
how long it takes. We've just started making albums. We weren't making albums like this on a consistent basis.
It's
Never.
Dynamite
Yeah,
though.
true.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, no, Miss Dynamite was, but I hear you. But my point, we weren't concentrating on music like this. We was more freestyles on the road. I'll give you a tape if I can. There wasn't a core fundamental focus on music like this.
Okay, but we have
Making
been for like the last like 5
I'll say-
years, right?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
That's
So
what
how
I'm
much longer do you?
5 years is short, bro.
Compared to like the US.
You man won
Okay, but
everything in
within-
football in 5 years, and now you're dead. Like 5 years is a
That was
short
so
time.
unnecessary, man.
No, that was 10 out of 10, by the way, that shot. But like, that's how short 5 years is.
And I hear you, but okay, cool. In the last 5 years, how many women MCs have we experienced, and how many projects have come from these women?
Sims, but we keep saying Sims.
But how many? So the Bankses, the Stefflon Dons,
Banks had a,
all these artists have given us mixtapes and albums, no?
yeah.
Exactly. So we can still judge it. You can't keep saying, "Oh yeah, how long have we been making albums for?"
No, but it's still, we're in the first, I'll say we're still in the first phase of female MCs coming through. Like in
Are we though?
in an abundance. This is the first time a lot
Yeah,
of females
in
are coming
abundance,
in
yeah.
abundance. We're still in that first phase.
Mm.
Like, of course, 99% of them are going to be whack because that doesn't even sound right.
That's not true.
I take it back. Yo, that
I
kid
just want to take it back to like Lady Sovereign and Nole and Baby Blue and them
I
and
said
there.
that so quick,
Yeah.
man. I don't even, but like, as in, if we're still in the first phase, I don't expect everyone to be great. That's what I meant to say.
Right.
Like, I don't expect all of them to be great if it's still the first batch that's coming through.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because some of the first rappers that came through in the UK, yuck.
Plus, I feel like they're still feeling their way out. Like, obviously, Sims has been dropping albums for like years, and
time.
but there's lots of people who haven't. Flohio dropped her debut album
Yeah.
last year. She's been active since like 2016, 17 sort of thing. So I think it's a lot of like laying the groundwork for them to be able to release something that is then received well,
Right.
sort of thing. And I feel like people are in certain phases of that where they're leading up to that sort of thing. And you know, that's fine because creatively they're trying to find themselves, and you know, maybe by the time they release that album, they'll be more complete, and then they'll be more receptible to a wider audience.
There was a female rapper that I thought was going to blow though.
Who?
Lady Lisha.
She's
I
still
thought-
amazing.
No,
though.
as in she's amazing, but I just looked at it as if I don't
She
know.
was gonna go to
no,
that
she's
next
still,
point.
yeah, like I can't knock her. Like she still had a great, like still has a great career. But I just looked at it as like you're gonna be the one that uncovers. Do you know what I mean? Just unlocks it and just it is because I think she's got everything. If you
Yeah,
really
she doesn't have that quintessential projects that we know her for.
Yeah, but she's got everything. She's got the look. She's got the bars,
Skills,
she's got
yeah.
the, she's got
Yeah,
the
yeah,
buoyancy,
yeah.
the banter. She got everything to me, and I always thought she was gonna be the one that's bridges that kind of gap.
I do wonder why that is though, because the talent is there, but the projects is lacking far and few between across the board. It could also be like if you look at the support that male rappers get from the industry versus female rappers, just like in terms of, I'm not talking about PR or anything, I'm talking about artists like sharing, like, oh, this person, make them go number one. I don't see that as much with female rappers. Or
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when Steph had was it Before Hurting Me? She had a song, I forgot what it was called. People were listening to it, but I don't think people listened to it for it to chart. Does that make sense? There was no real backing. I'm trying to remember the song she had. The song she had Before Hurting Me.
Can't remember.
And that leads quite nicely to another tweet from a rapper called Shady. She basically said, she tweeted this recently, "You man didn't respect, support or hail up women in the UK rap and grime enough when you needed to. Now the lack of so much shows and them man want to do, oi, we need to support women bare late KMT." So I guess it speaks to the idea of like,
You actually can't win.
but it speaks to the idea of like not really being there for women until it was convenient.
No. Like,
Is it convenient now though? What makes it convenient?
yeah.
I mean, the fact
certain
that
artists like Sims, it's convenient to support her now,
Why?
but because she,
optics.
yeah, because she's like popping, and
But then
she's
you can't-
recognized worldwide.
But then you can't win. So what if you don't support her? And you just don't support. Do you know what I mean? Like whether you support her now or you caught up, at some point it's on. The men, some of the men have now supported. Whether it took them a little while.
I don't
It's
think
still-
Yeah, but could the support just not have been there for the artists that just weren't good?
I mean, there
Because
was,
it's not like all these women are heavy. Some of them aren't great. And maybe that speaks to why there hasn't been as much support. Sims is undeniable. And that's not to say there haven't been other women that haven't been undeniable too, but, you know, quality over quantity always.
Yeah, but why do women need to be undeniable when we've got H?
I mean, if you're speaking to me, you have to be undeniable, whether you're a man or a woman. I don't rate a lot of these men anyway.
That's a
So
genuine question.
I mean, you don't have to support a woman or anyone that you don't want to if you don't agree with or believe in them. But I think the point of the tweet was like, in her opinion, there were people, women that were worthy of support that weren't being supported.
I think Dynamite, she was like, she got Mercury, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's an outlier. Same way Sims is an
But no,
outlier.
but the point
Yeah,
I made,
that's
the point
the-
I'm making is that like quite early on, there was support there. Maybe it hasn't been in abundance, but it has been for the ones that I think are deemed amazing.
I think support
We can't
comes in
just be
different
supporting the
forms.
meaty
Lisa
ones.
Massey had support.
So see what you said?
I think support comes in different forms as well, because what about like marketing budget and that? Do women get as much support, like money speaks a thousand words, you know what I mean? Like marketing can turn someone from meaty to amazing.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Do women get that? I don't know. I can't speak to that because I'm not obviously not behind the scenes like that. But that would be an interesting question to ask a female rapper. Because as well, it takes more money for a female rapper to do like a music video because there's hair, makeup. A man can just shoot it on the block.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
No, that's facts. That's facts.
I think it depends on who you talk to, because I think for me, I'm all about quality. I don't care about the budget in and how they market. I don't care about that.
But that
No,
makes
but
an
it might
impact.
not get. No, but it might not get to you
Yeah.
without the budgeting.
And it might not, you don't
Me?
even realize it.
It might.
You know it's gonna get to me.
This
All
guy-
right, Peter,
I'm an underground brother, so it's gonna get to me.
escape yourself for a minute.
Okay, cool. Let me pull myself out.
Yeah, pull yourself away. Just the general music fan.
General.
Okay.
A quality album's not going to find them without the right money
Yeah, man.
behind it,
Fine,
for
okay.
the most
Man,
part.
don't-
right?
And it can tell the story of an album. Let me give you an example. Nines. His short films is part of the project. Like that's marketing. Like, and that makes the album even better than it is. Like the story behind it. Like pushing the story behind it is like 50% of the project, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, not taking away from what he does. As I said, he's my favorite female rapper, favorite UK rapper. But it's a huge part in why people like him. So I think women, it's the marketing, and I don't know. I don't want to chat on anyone's teams or anything, but like I think it's a huge part. Like, I don't know if they're getting the support from their teams, and
It definitely plays a factor.
yeah.
Here's an
I
example.
don't know.
Here's an example. Flow. Flow have been behind the scenes, perfecting their craft all these years, and now they're in a position where they're getting pushed everywhere. They've now won the Brit Critics' Choice Award. They've won the BBC Sound Off sort of thing. That is marketing. As much as they're great artists, that's also marketing. So that's where marketing can take you. If they were just three girls on the block singing, it's not going to reach many people. So that definitely plays a part. And I feel like the industry as a whole, like it's an industry rule, obviously unofficial, that women aren't treated as well,
That's a fact.
especially those
Yeah,
of
I
the
agree.
darker hue.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
you know that definitely doesn't help. Something like when Stefflon Don was coming up and she had Real Ting and 16 Shots.
That's what I was thinking.
When she dropped her project, that should have been a moment.
I'm surprised it wasn't.
It came and went.
Exactly.
That was mad.
Later, actually came and
Exactly.
She actually had Hurting Me. She had
Hurting Me.
Yeah, she had like 3-4 songs where she came.
Quite as kept. Stefflon Don has been making bangers for years,
I mean,
but she's not seen in this light because for whatever reason. You know what I mean? So it definitely helps.
With Steph, do you think the Dutchavelli thing?
I didn't want to say it. I generally was.
Do you think-
I was trying
I mean, it probably helped.
It helped.
I
No, do you think it hurt?
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it hurt.
yo,
no. As far as like it helped, as in it didn't. It helped. Didn't not. Let me rephrase.
Yeah, please.
Let me rephrase. It helped the fact that she's now not where she's supposed to be. That's what I
Yo,
meant.
that Dutchavelli thing threw a grenade on her career, in my opinion.
But even before that,
Can't lie to you.
but even before that,
there's a difference between falling off and we're never hearing another song from you again. When was the last? I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. I'm probably sure.
I mean, now she's doing like
like the last song I heard from her was the one with that stupid song with Idris Elba and was it Wiley?
a boss.
Yeah, Bossy.
I
That's
like
sorry,
it.
no, my fault. But that's the last song. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Post that. Have you listened to Stefflon Don post lockdown?
I mean, I just heard her doing acapellas over Last.
Yuck.
I listened to a Daily Duppy.
How'd that go?
That was good.
Oh, for real? I'll take it.
The free show she did on Funk Flex was cool.
What?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
cool.
Yeah.
That was good.
But to answer your question,
Yeah,
I
but
think
I can't
more
remember
jobs like
it.
that. Do you think?
Yeah, okay.
Miss Banks as well. Miss Banks is someone who probably should be bigger.
I like Miss Banks' last tape.
Yeah,
So why do you think Banks isn't bigger?
probably all of the above, of all of what we've mentioned. I feel like maybe she's not treated as a priority by the label.
She signed.
Is the music there?
For mainstream consumption, yeah, 100%.
But it's what I'm saying.
Snack.
Because I don't think we can escape that, man.
No,
That's a
but
huge
No,
part.
but Pete, it's not though.
If the music isn't like then what do we expect?
You know how much bullshit the UK takes in music? Why do they have to be
Yeah.
this level when there's
Okay, maybe
nonsense?
that's where I'm struggling. Maybe
you're-
I'm struggling to
you're-
remove
yeah,
my.
take
Yeah.
take
Because this is literally your definition of
take your
bullying.
do-rag
It's no
off
one
for a
else's, sir.
Alright, fine.
Please,
Alright,
I'm
fine.
saying in terms of the amount of bullshit the UK accepts, the amount
Yeah.
of bullshit that charts. I don't want to keep naming people, but the amount of people that chart, you can't tell me that Miss Banks hasn't had a banger enough to be like. Why do they have to be? Why do they have
Bro,
to
she's
be
got a
so
couple
many-
bangers on the
It's
tape.
such-
Yeah,
it's so
absolutely.
lopsided.
She's got a couple-
It's so
absolutely.
lopsided.
That tune with Naira Marley, like, there's a couple.
Yeah, man.
Snack did well, but you know that also kind of came and went. But she should be bigger.
I think the UK's generally got, and I'm not even someone that keeps them. I generally think the UK has got a problem with backing female rappers, and I don't. I think it's just we're so conservative here. I think it's a conservative country. When you see a woman shaking her nyash, I have to look down.
Yeah.
It is what it is, bro. Fear my lord. You shake your ass, I'm looking on the floor like this.
Is that true, Mohammed?
Don't get me jammed up, man.
You edit that,
Brother, you set yourself up to get
Don't
jammed
get
up.
me jammed up.
My guy,
Come on down,
you set
bro.
yourself
Come on
up
down,
for the
bro.
drive-bys.
Can't lie, look down.
I mean, listen.
So we're talking about infrastructure. Then we need better infrastructures in place. We need better
I just think
funding. What?
I just think the industry needs to care more, and by that, it's like the support. It's treating them as priorities in the same way that you would treat a male artist as a priority when it comes to budgeting, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to that sort of thing. The scene generally, the same way we rallied around Stormzy to get #1 for his first album, or rallied around Gets potentially charting and all that kind of stuff. Rarely see that with women rappers and women artists. We need more of that as well. So it's a general thing. But as far as like the state of the game, even outside of a mainstream perspective, I feel like it's in a healthier place, as healthier place as it's ever been, because you've got so many corners of the scene being served by women rappers, even if we know about them or not.
Absolutely.
So I think generally, as far as like the bodies and the quantity, and to some extent the quality as well, is in a good place. Maybe some things just need to be in place for them to be bigger, sort of thing, or for us to actually want to go out and support them if we feel like the music's good, sort of thing. So yeah.
Okay.
Fair dues.
So you did a prediction last year. What about this year?
This year,
Do you have any names that you think, they're going to go places?
Should name someone like Cream de Bella, fam.
Who?
I don't know. I just made up a name. He's gonna throw it.
Who?
I just mentioned a fake name. I was like, you're gonna mention someone I've never heard of. I know you've.
No, you mean like he's under the underground artist as well, isn't it?
What's him? Oh, there's a female rapper from Leicester called Cream de Bella.
only one of us has a vinyl at home by an artist by the name of Smooth the Hustler. Moving forward.
That's him. Not even
Moving
looking,
forward.
that's you.
Moving forward.
So that's
Why are you sending for me? What did I do?
I heard your
Not even me.
I heard your under the underground comment, sir.
Thank you, Yemi.
Oh, you heard that?
Of course I heard it.
Yemi, I appreciate
Of course I heard it.
it.
My spidey senses tingle as soon as I hit underground. If Shaybo comes back, Shaybo. Because she dropped a good tape
She's
in
hard.
2021.
Yeah.
Dropped a good tape. Lexa Moore, she might be an acquired taste, but I really like her. John Glacier, who's a little bit further underground, she's kind of more experimental, but I like her. Dre Mack is probably going to have a good year if she releases music. Same with IVD. I feel like a lot of these artists that if they just put a run together and release music, it will start to connect.
Yeah.
So I just feel like a lot of them need to start doing that maybe. But I think it's a very open field.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of space for a lot of these artists to maneuver and be wherever they want to be great, all that kind of stuff. But I do think the industry does need to rally around them and just be there in a way that we are for the men as well. So.
Yeah, I just think it starts with their team, because you can't. It'll be better if there's real love and support. Like, people genuinely want to rally around you and support your thing and not fake.
Fact.
So it has to start with the team making sure there's something quality enough from everything, from the music itself to the marketing execution. And then I think once that's there, like Lil Sims did with Simbi, then the industry, I think, will naturally gravitate towards, or should gravitate towards them.
Yeah, because ultimately, as much as we love Sims' success, that is just one aspect of what it is to be a female rapper from the UK. There are so many other different perspectives.
Yeah.
And we don't want to go down the rabbit hole of just the only person that can bust is someone who sounds like her or someone who is of that aesthetic, because there's so many different perspectives, sort of thing. So I would be wary of that. The kind of, even though she's not conscious, but conscious leaning, kind of majestic type old girl.
Yeah.
Like, more power to her and more power to all the alt girls out there. But there is another side that
Absolutely.
does need servicing because people want to shake their ass. People want to, do all that. You know what I'm saying? People want to feel sexy.
We
blah,
need
blah,
it
blah,
all,
blah.
man.
Yeah,
we need it all balance,
Like,
man.
this country conservative. I pray. Don't get me wrong. I pray they all blow. There's no. Like I just think this country needs to get. Not needs to get out of it is what it is, but I think England's always gonna be a conservative country. I think it's gonna be difficult for. I don't know. Hopefully I'm wrong. I just feel like it's gonna be difficult.
I don't think it will be difficult.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's
'Cause I feel
happening, man. It's happening, and it's going to continue to happen.
It's
We
gonna end up
consistency.
no,
We just need consistency.
I'm not talking about anytime soon. I think with the next generation, as long as the newer generation stay here, cool, that makes sense. But we're still, depending on where you're from, we're still first, second generation here. We're still of our parents. Do you know what I mean? Of the parents' values. Whereas when you're so fresh off them values, it's hard to tune in. Whereas the more you're here, the more you just tend to. Depending on,
No, you're
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
You're 100% right, man. Because, like, when Miss Banks is very different to Miss Dynamite.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just.
And the women artists that were out, like when Miss Dynamite was doing her thing, is very different from the ones we have now. So
like-
it's taken that amount of time for us to be where we are now.
Over the
But it's happening. So
Over the next,
know what I mean?
Like, look at me. I'm a big man. When someone shakes their ass, I look at my. But I expect the 20-year-old to enjoy that shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's just
yeah.
naturally how it's
Yeah,
gonna go.
but that's from the
sure,
artist
for sure.
and the fan perspective as well, because the fans are important. As the fans grow up, Gen Z and all the others, they'll probably uplift that music a lot more,
exactly that.
as well as the other stuff as well.
Yeah.
So I think it'll kind of balance. Hopefully, it'll balance itself out.
Yeah.
yeah.
But salute to all of them.
Are there
Big
any
up all
other
of them.
predictions that you guys want to make?
What if
Well,
we rap?
Yeah. Or anything? What do you want to see? In you.
I want to see Shabo do a thing. Miss Banks continues to do a thing. Sims I want her to continue to do Sims. Yeah, man, I just want all the women to shine, man. You know what I mean? I'm here for all of it. It's very generic, but yeah.
No, I hear it. We need it.
I
Yeah,
co-sign what he said.
I want to see IVD do a thing. I want to see a project I want to see a mixtape from IVD. It's time. It's time.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Salute to IBD.
I'm watching Annie quite closely as well.
And any.
Yeah, I'm watching that really
her new
closely.
tape is very
Yeah.
dope.
Oh, dope.
Shout out to Locano and Adult Verse as well. So yeah, cool.
I salute.
Salute to all the women, man. Salute to all the women.
Always.
Salute to Trillary Banks as well, who got this all started. Like, obviously, again, it goes back to what we were talking about before in pre-pod about, feeling like you're the greatest. Even though she didn't say
Delusion,
that.
bro.
Even though
I
she didn't
told
say
you,
that.
delusion.
Okay.
Hey man, she sound like she's from Baltimore. You don't think I'm playing? You don't need to.
Bro, a lot of artists are
Sound like
delusional,
she's from
man.
Baltimore. You don't think I'm playing? I promise you. Watch The Wire and listen to her voice. It's the same thing, man.
Just to be clear,
not the
Peter's
same
not
thing.
calling Trillary Banks delusion.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying
I promise
some
you.
artists are delusional, man. I think you kind of have to be, though. To be creative, you have to have, you can't be all the way there, man. That's what makes you a genius.
Fair dues.
That was a nice save, innit?
That was a nice save. Yeah, me let him rock. Yeah, me let him rock.
I think it's true. No, I genuinely believe that, though, man.
Yeah, me let him rock.
Most creatives are
I don't
not
completely
okay.
agree.
Let him rock, please.
Am I lying? Most
I don't
creatives are not okay.
What'd you say?
All the way there. They're not all the way there.
I'm not okay.
Absolutely. You're mad.
Yeah, man. You listen to.
We'll move on then.
But it's genius.
There's definitely genius in you.
Fair enough. Appreciate it.
I was gonna make a joke here, but I was like, let me stop myself.
What are we going to make? We can edit out.
Paige and Kiki tried this someone, didn't it?
Oh,
Fam.
yeah, outside of Tennessee.
Yo, fam.
Well, recently.
Yo, she needs to go back. Yo.
Yeah.
Who should this?
They're
Yo.
boxing.
Yeah,
Like,
some girl.
They're gonna have a box.
Why?
She made a diss track. What's it called, Dan? Yemi? What's it called?
I don't know. I just saw her.
Tennessee.
I just saw a video of her outside of Tennessee, like barring.
Said outside the
It was on mute, obviously,
Tell her,
but, you know.
Go back inside your house, fam.
Tennessee Thresh and Paigey Cakey announced boxing fight.
Oh, they're swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are in it.
Yeah, it's real.
Raw.
It's a new generation.
I think it's on the undercard.
Actually,
Oh, raw. It's on the undercard of Deji versus Swarms.
See what I'm saying? It's a new Swarms. This guy used to be a rapper.
This
Look
is
at him
crazy.
now. You're doing nothing but fighting. Are you crazy? What was his song? He had one stupid song.
This is crazy. Why are you fighting
Deluded?
someone called Tennessee
That's it.
Thresh?
And he had a whole fake promo where
Yeah,
people thought he was
that's the
doing.
one.
Listen, man. Salute to Paigey Cakey, man. She's been
No, salute to Paige King. Sad.
cool. Anyway, we're gonna move on now to the fun topic, and it's majorly inspired by the newest craze going on in hip hop right now. AI, artificial intelligence,
God forbid.
which is essentially distorting all of your favorite songs and all of your favorite memories into some weird dystopian reality where everyone sounds the same, everyone's on the same song. It's all mad. I've seen that Drake and Weeknd AI song. I've seen Drake on a couple AI songs. I saw Jay-Z AI onto the Ether beat
Ether.
with Nas's lyrics.
God forbid this thing, bro.
It
God
was
forbid.
mad. I'm pretty sure I saw Biggie doing Hit 'em Up as well. Madness. I'm pretty sure. TikTok is the king for this.
Bruv, I heard Drake's got one doing options NSG. No, legit.
And I think he's got done a Burna Boy tune
yeah,
as well.
heard he done a Burna Boy song. Have you found the NSG one? No, I heard he done one with NSG.
That sounds awful.
95 wasn't an option. Ugh.
Yuck. Anyway, what we're gonna do now is put a spin on it. As negative as we feel about it, well, some of us, we want to put a positive spin on it. So, between us, we're gonna go through our top choices for the songs that we would change through AI, and that could involve putting a rapper that isn't on a song on the song, maybe removing someone from a song that doesn't need to be on the song, whatever. We'll start with C.
Oh, why you got?
You're the guest.
Oh, like you go first, because my thing is, I want to hear Ice Spice and Pop Smoke on a song. That would have been a dream, but I don't know what specific song, so I need to have a think about that. But them two, I think that would have made a banger.
I feel like she would. Dior. I feel like she could do Dior.
Yeah.
She could do Dior.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party. Oh, that's a shout actually. That's a shout. The King and Queen of New York.
Yeah, you haven't used a
Rest in
criminal.
peace, Pop Smoke.
You haven't used a criminal.
Why am I a criminal?
Because you actually listen to Ice Spice, innit?
I mean, not regularly. Not regularly, but I listen to the EP for sure. In Her Mood. In Her Mood is a banger.
Huh?
In Her Mood is a banger. Back me up, see?
It's a banger.
Thank you.
It's a banger. It is.
Can't be the only one speaking about her greatness.
It is.
What's it called?
In Her Mood.
In Her Mood.
I'm disappointed in you.
You don't like drill though, so you know.
Oh, fair.
You're disappointed in me.
What, she's doing drill?
She's a drill rapper, yeah.
Ice Spice a drill rapper?
I could name several things about you I'm disappointed in.
Sounded personal.
I mean, if you want to go there.
Oh,
But
man.
no, Ice Spice and Pop Smoke sounds dope. Mo, have you got any?
Let me see what I got right now. Which one did you
Fam,
have?
God forbid this thing, bro. Let the record show. I'm so against AI. So against this
Why
thing.
are you
bro.
against AI, sir?
Bro, this shit's evil, man.
Evil?
It's evil, bro. It's gonna take away from our actual musicians, bro.
Really?
You reckon?
Yeah, of course. What you mean? They can create anything. They won't need like physical artists anymore. This is so bad for the industry, bro.
But won't the real music shine through?
How? What if they create it? We might not even know the difference.
But you've got to remember, like, AI is only taking stuff that already exists and like turning into something new, if that makes sense. Like, it's programmed by a human being.
So if I speak into something,
Yeah.
they can now put my voice on something without me even knowing.
Or even like
Yeah, I mean, the ethics
Chat
of it is
GPT.
crazy. But I don't think it will take away from real artists. Like, I don't think they're going to replace real artists with AI.
You don't think so?
No, because in order for an AI song to be made, it has to come from a human somewhere.
But they can just take the voices from the artists that already exist and make something else, no?
They might do that, but I think there'll still be always room for real artists. And
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna.
that's like saying, you know, when I'm sure when online shopping happened, they'll say retail stores was going to disappear.
Yeah, a lot of them closed down.
Yeah, but the ones that still matter, like
Are the big-
ones
are the ones that we
provide
need.
other experiences
Mm.
beyond that you can't get online. It's still there. So it's
Yeah.
just about adapting.
The music
That's probably
lovers.
like the higher fashion stores, but like the top mans for like the everyday man, them they closed that shit down. There's loads of stores and shops and that they've closed down because of like online shopping and that.
I'm sure there's enough of a sentiment around the music lovers, and there's loads of them around the world that agree with you, and will make sure that AI is not that much of a factor because they'll then start to platform actual artists. I do think that people will start to use AI to blow up though, like a new artist who maybe no one's ever heard of.
Someone got
Putting
taken
Drake
off.
on
on his tune, innit?
Someone
Putting
got
Drake on his tune, or like
That's
getting
crazy.
getting
Yeah, but
ChatGPT to write them a perfect pop
But someone was
single
selling.
and
That's
flow.
wild.
There was an AI rapper and he got pulled down.
Yeah, I remember
There was a
that.
He said-
big
he
AI
said the
rapper.
N-word.
He said the N-word and he got pulled down for it and he was a white boy.
And he said it. Yeah,
Yeah, I had
he looked more Mexican to me.
I had more someone getting taken off. So
Who?
I would have given Lil Nas or Rick Ross.
You don't
Yes.
need AI for that though.
Yes, I do. And then you know,
You just mute the vocals,
You know,
bro.
all me.
Mm.
Yeah, take 2 Chainz off as well.
Oh,
Take him off. Take him off. Take him off. Take him. And you see,
I liked him on too.
nah, I can't lie. I'm not a 2 Chainz fan. Though. I've never understood.
I
that.
like
Get rid
No,
of-
me neither.
I'll get rid of him in Click. I'll get rid of him in All Me. I'll get rid of him in No Lie. Everything I see his face.
No, you can't get rid of him in Click, man. Come
What?
on.
Who can't?
What are we doing?
What? Who can't get rid of
Yeah,
him?
I'm taking him off Click as well.
I'll
man.
drive him on the
hate-
A406 and
Big
get rid of him.
haters.
Are you crazy? I'll drive him to the airport. Let's get rid of that song.
With this AI thing, I would put Jay Huss on Pass Ali U's My Family.
Oh,
I think that would sound hard.
That's a good
Yeah.
shot. That's a good shot.
So I guess there could be some benefits to this demonic thing.
You say demonic.
see what I mean?
Demonic. You say demonic.
Demonic.
Fair enough. I've got a couple. I would put Skepta on Kano's mic check.
Mm.
I feel like he would absolutely body it. God forgive me if I bust my nine on that.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
Yeah, come on.
Forgive me.
I would put a Nas feature on every song on Mobb Deep's The Infamous.
Mm.
because I feel like that's a perfect production for him, especially around those times.
Yeah.
I would put Larry June on some MF Doom production, some of the Metal Fingers stuff. I feel like not enough people have touched MF Doom beats, and I feel like Larry June would do that well. And I would also remove all of Mace's verses from the rap database.
What's your problem?
No.
I would just remove it.
What's your problem,
there's
bro?
just- you know,
Even feels so
like,
good.
The most,
Leave Mace
the
alone,
least,
man.
the least, huh?
Even feel so good.
All of them.
Mace was hard. What are you talking about,
I'd
man?
sooner,
Don't do that, don't
I'd
do that.
sooner have just the music playing.
Just
Let me just have the music playing.
damn it, man. Damn it.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have, like more money, more problems. You can have the chorus. And then as soon as his verse comes in,
Nah, you're hating, bro.
Fade to black.
just the
Mace's
instrumental,
verse
just the
is
instrumental, just the
hard,
instrumental, just the instrumental, and then back to the chorus, and then Diddy.
And then you hear B.I.G.
Yeah.
You man are bugging, man.
Yeah.
It's because you man ain't jiggy, man. Mace is hard, bro.
No one said that in life.
I'm just saying, man. Mace is hard, man.
No one has ever said it this 2023.
Well, the Mace is hard.
I'm sure people thought Children of Corn were hard too.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Don't do
There were
that,
people
man.
in a set block in
Bro, Mace is
Harlem
hard. Mace
that
has got
thought that
bangers,
Children of
man.
Corn were hot too.
Mace has got bangers, man. We're not doing this,
Come on,
man.
You're not going on the big World Wide Web.
Bro, Mace has got bangers.
Yeah, two.
You're a
Nah,
fan.
more than two.
Maybe three.
More than two. What are we talking about, man?
Wasn't Mace in Window Shopper holding 50 cents back?
Yeah, it was.
I just clocked now, bro. He was holding
Someone did Drake on Window Shopper.
Like he was in Window Shopper holding 50 cents back. Like, let's not.
That's disgusting.
And then he became a pastor.
And this is after he became. Was this before or after he became a
It was
pastor?
after he became a pastor. Then he
That's
retired.
disgusting,
Then he
Peter.
unretired.
He didn't do that.
Then he
Don't listen to
retired.
Muhammad,
disgusting.
man.
You know what it is?
He's a king exaggerate. You want to listen to this brother?
That's
Can
disgusting.
you imagine me being an imam one week and then leaving it the next week and then being an imam again? What are we doing here, man?
Are you a fan of Macy?
Like, no.
Wise. Very wise.
Mace is hard.
Yeah, man. Salute to you for your.
Fair enough, man.
Oh, I'd also put Nicki on Hot Shit by Cardi B and take out Lil Durk and Kanye.
Oh shit.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
I feel like Cardi B could probably do a madness on Hot N-Word as well.
Yeah.
Body.
Yeah.
That could run.
Yeah.
I mean, this is very fun. To be fair, like there's a lot.
Yeah.
I probably put Redman on some of the 36 Chambers beats as well.
Mm. Oh, you sound good on those.
Yeah, we can have a lot of fun with this.
You can actually have a lot of fun with it. It's dangerous. God forbid.
It's very dangerous, bro. I tell you, it's demonic, bro.
It's the Satan's power.
I'm telling you, bro.
Anyone who's watching or listening who's a pro at this sort of stuff, if you could implement any of the things we've just said, that would be appreciated.
Do you know how
They
scary
probably
it is?
will.
They could,
I'd love it.
Yo, we've spoken on this podcast. You know how much fake stuff they could put out here? They can have me say that I hate white people. So if you hear I hate white people,
they
we
could.
know yes,
They.
yes,
They.
yes, because I don't speak like that. So whenever they hear I hate white people, they know it's the AI. I don't make this up.
And on that note,
Hey, man.
I think we're going to wrap up there.
man.
So, Cee, thank you very much for joining us.
Appreciate you, appreciate
very
you.
much
Thank you,
appreciate it.
man.
Very much appreciate it. How can people reach you?
Instagram, Sigel Cee Valentina, just CEE, and I think it's self-explanatory how to spell Valentina. Then TikTok, Cee Valentina TV, because I've got content coming soon.
There we go.
Yeah, let me just plug it now.
Yeah.
Basically called Music That I Missed. Okay, so my journey into the industry has been an interesting one. I used to be on a podcast called Rhymeshe, and a couple clips went like viral-ish, where I'm just like don't know stuff. I think my co-host Tiana was saying, "Oh, do you know like wifey rhythm?" And I said, "Oh yeah, AJ Tracy." She's like, "No, Tiny Temper."
Ah.
Oh, okay. So I just didn't know it. Like, so it just kind of led me to her.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
What, to not know wifey rhythm?
Yes.
Yeah.
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I just grew up different because I grew up in London, but I just wasn't listening to what everyone else was listening
Could
to.
have just
Were you into Channel U in that?
No.
Okay, fine. fair
I
enough.
mean, my older cousin was, but I wasn't. I was just in my
Okay, then that will explain it then.
and always just
Different
catching up
reference
to
point,
songs that you potentially might have missed out on.
exactly.
Oh, that's
So
kinda
I
cool.
got content creators to just talk about that. Starting with road rap.
Oh, there we go.
Mm.
So yeah.
That's going to be dope.
Shout out to Joe Black.
When's that
Yeah,
coming?
Joe Black.
Young Steph.
Hopefully in the next month, but
Okay.
don't quote me because I haven't finalized the rollout yet. So yeah.
Roll out and all that. It's a proper campaign.
Salute.
Sounds good, man.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely be watching that. Cool. Boys, any shout outs you want to make before
Cleo
we do?
Soul.
Can you let me finish, bro?
I didn't need to. I know where you were going. Cleo Soul. Big up Cleo Soul, man. Can't wait for a concert.
For continuity, sir.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. Got excited, didn't it?
When is the concert again?
I think end of May, around 20 something.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've been thinking in my head to like do a social montage of all the times he shouted at Cleo Soul, spliced in with actual footage of him watching Cleo Soul.
That'd be good though.
He's gonna be
That'd be quite good.
Look a bit
Okay,
creepy,
They will look a bit mad though, innit?
That's what I'm saying. because-
every single.
I mean, it
That'll look
doesn't
mad.
stop him from doing it every week, but you know,
No, that'll look a bit mad.
85
yeah.
out of 90 eps, you started out.
Bro.
Yeah, I've been consistent.
but this,
I'm just a big fan.
but
That's
it's
all
this
it
that
is.
sounds creepy.
I'm just a big fan.
Clearly.
I mean, yeah, clearly, her biggest fan apparently.
One of.
I respect it. Shout out to Cleo Soul.
And it's purely music as well.
Okay,
It's nothing else. No, because you know, like you might have a man that might sexualize like an artist and be like, oh, they're amazing looking. It's not even that. It's just I think she's an amazing singer.
fair enough. Well, have you listened to a Cleo Soul song?
Nope.
You should.
Huh?
You should.
I'll take you man's word for it. I genuinely will. I'm not gonna.
It will help rearrange your vibrations, bro.
don't
You know what I mean? Align the chakras and
Number
that.
one, as a grown man, don't tell me what I need rearranging. That's number one. Yo.
No.
As a grown man, don't.
I'm just saying.
ever-
Are there any shout outs you want to make,
looking
bro?
out for you, bro.
Don't ever look
Bro,
at
I'm
me
just
as-
trying to, you know what I mean?
Don't
Look
tell
out for
me-
you.
Don't tell me what I
I'm
need-
just looking out for you,
Yeah,
bro.
but telling me what I need rearranged is why
I'm
you
sending help for the
behave,
chakras and
yo.
that though.
He's been doing that for a while though,
What?
to rearrange.
Hey,
You know what I mean? Just saying, eat veg, drink water, listen to Cleo Soul, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, man.
and a tummy tuck.
Whoa. Hey, man.
Any shout outs you want to make, bro?
Yeah, no. I actually don't have any shout outs today. It's an easy life. Eat my bro.
Eat my bro once again.
I mean, hopefully everyone enjoyed it. Salutations.
Fair enough. I want to shout out Fabio Vieira.
Thank you for coming to the episode, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Plays for
Episode
Arsenal.
90.
Easily
Salam.
one of the worst performances I've seen all season. I witnessed last night.
You still getting in it?
It was pretty bad. It got to a point where he was in the box. He missed an open header, and the manager Mikel Arteta decided, "Yeah, you got to go now." That's how bad it was.
Tell him to eat some Weetabix.
But yeah, shout out to everybody listening as well, and shout out to everybody watching as well. Very much appreciate it. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time. If you want to get in touch with us, we're on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at RhymesDimesPod. If you want to get in touch and suggest topics for us, we are at rhymeslikeDimesPodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on YouTube as well. Hit a like on all of our videos as well. It really helps us grow as a channel. And yeah, we'll be back soon. But until then, take care, stay safe, stay blessed, and peace.